guys, welcome to practice. This week we are up to practice 54 in my book, 100 Mindfulness Meditations. And this one's called The Path. If you've been following along, we've just moved out of the chapter on difficult days and moved into visualization journeys. So we're up to page 130. So visualizations don't really need much introduction. So I'm going to suggest that we just dive straight in. So if you're ready, find a comfortable position. Bring the attention to the breath, and if it's okay for your environment, just allow the eyes to close. And we'll just gather here for a moment on the breath. And we always start with the breath, remembering that the breath communicates between our external reality and our internal reality. And so we follow the breath into the body. And it allows us to start to inhabit this intimate, personal reality behind our closed eyelids. This interior space that we can inhabit and journey through with attention and awareness as we develop presence in the body, in the mind, in the being. And so in this visualization, you find yourself standing at the top of a snowy mountain, and you are well dressed for the winter conditions. You're toasty warm in your jacket and all of your cold weather gear, and you have a little rucksack of provisions. And as you look around, you've never seen a mountain vista as beautiful and as crystal clear, sculpted as if by the deep blue sky as this. And you look around, drinking in the crisp, cool air, whilst feeling the sun caressing your cheeks. And as you stand there breathing in all of this air, it feels like you've never been surrounded by so much energy, so much beauty, so much clarity. Your mind is almost singing with crystal clarity. And you could probably stay there for a long time, but you notice that there's a path leading gently down this mountain, curving this way and that way through the snow and rocks, but there's a definite path, and you decide that this is your path to follow. And so you head off. Even though you're alone, it feels like you're with friends. You feel accompanied in some way. You don't have any sense of missing anything or lacking anything. Your energy is abundant and joyous as you set off on this walk. And as you follow the path around rocks and through snow and around fir trees and through little areas in the trees with pathways, you start to notice, first because you hear it, the sound of a little mountain stream. And as you keep going down the path, you notice the stream and the path are side by side for a little while. And the water looks so clear It's not very deep, but you can see all of the beautiful rocks washed and tumbled round by the stream and the water. And so you follow, not quite sure where you're heading, but knowing that you're going exactly the right way. And then the sound of the stream seems to get louder, louder, and louder until around the next corner you arrive at a huge blue pool. And this stream, and maybe 3 or 4, maybe 5 other streams, are all feeding this pool. And some are actually tumbling like small waterfalls into the pool. The water looks so deep and blue and clear and delicious. You drink some, and then realizing it wasn't quite as cold as you thought, you can't help yourself, but you strip off and you dive in. And the feeling of hitting the ice cold water is bracing but refreshing, and within a few seconds your body seems to have got used to it and you're just playing in the water. Time goes by, you're not sure how long, but after a while you climb out and dry yourself on the grass in the sunshine, and you put your clothes back on and you take the path onwards. And you see that the pool feeds into a river, and that there's a little boat just at the side. And you realize that this is your boat. It has 2 paddles. So you jump in, you release the rope, and you just allow the boat at first just to drift down the lazy river. And you just lie back in the bottom of the boat looking up. The sun is starting to get a little lower in the sky, but it's still warm. You're quite far down the mountain now, and the air is warmer too. You notice the boat is moving through a forested area, and that the trees seem to be leaning in over the river, almost making a canopy. And as it gets dark, you notice stars appearing through the fronds of the trees, the leaves, the stars, the boughs, the branches, the stars, the moon. It all mingles into one magical view as you drift on down the river. The next morning, you awake and you realize that the boat has washed up on a gentle beach. And you climb out and sit on the beach and you watch the sun rising. You breathe the morning air, and your body feels complete. And so we let the practice go and the visualization go. Come back to the breath in the body, this seat, this body. And in your own time, allowing the eyes to reopen. Thanks so much for joining you. I will see you next week. Bye.